My name is Victor Patterson. I'm U.S. Army. I served in the military from 1982 to 1984. Started drumming at a young age, as a kid, watching my brothers practice. Actually got my first drum set at 14. I would play all day, just when I got out of school till late at night, just playing. My first professional gig at 16 was with Walter Hawkins. He's the brother of Edwin Hawkins, Oh Happy Day. Moms would have to even sign permission slips for me to play at the club because I was too young. A friend of mine, we had played in a local band called Spectrum, and Mike called and said, "Hey Vic, we auditioning drummers." I said, "For what?" He said, "For Tower." And I went. Didn't think that I did very well, but I got the call back. I was actually working as an electromechanical draftsperson at that point. It was either take the gig or keep the job, right? So I quit my job. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do anything else. Just wanted to play drums. And that's when I was introduced to the cocaine, the liquor, the women, and it kind of took a turn, It caught up with me. I ended up, in the end, sold my drums. Been lost and confused ever since, basically, back and forth. I had some clean time, but from that point on, it was like, that addiction, man. Terrible thing. That's why I'm so thankful for this program.
My name is Kristen Grillo. I'm a music therapist here at the VA Palo Alto healthcare system. We utilize music as the tool or the roadmap to address the client's therapeutic needs. So a music therapist isn't necessarily a music teacher, for example, but rather someone who will play music with their client or talk about music or listen to music and look at music in order to get to the root of whatever that client is working on. That can mean mental health, it can mean physical health. Music soothes many, many ailments. The military is a very specific way of living, and it gets ingrained in you. And when you're no longer in the military, the structure completely shifts, and you're dealing with a whole host of things that your average civilian doesn't necessarily understand.
I didn't know I would have all this available to me, the housing, dealing with my emotions, my feelings. The music I've been waiting on this for a while, man. I was telling Kristen, I'm so glad that this is open. And now just to be in here playing, it's like, oh man, heaven again. It's kind of like I want to restart my career, you know what I mean?
Music is the universal language. A veteran can come in with whom I have very little in common. I don't know his or her story. They don't know my story. But we can sit in a room together and sing or play the guitar or even just listen to tunes and connect. Sometimes it's really hard to come up with the words to express your own thoughts and feelings, but you can play a song for me and I get it, or I can play a song for you and you get it. This is where I'm at right now.
Just a little time I was in there, me and her practicing, I just left the space, you know what I mean? I'm into playing. It took me somewhere else, just the mental part of it, and the spiritual part. I'm 60-something years old, man, and this will be the first time that I'm actually able to be independent. I'll have my own place. I'll have, a life of my own, you know what I mean? If I can just touch one to come to this program, man, it would be a blessing.